receive a telephone call. But had you found my sweet baby?
This is the Anatoly D Experience, heard on Rockland World Radio, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Tuesday evening. Be sure to check out the archives for past programs, and you can call in by dialing 845-353-2910. And now the host of the Anatoly D Experience, Anatoly D.
Good evening and welcome to the soon-to-be very famous or infamous Anatoly D show. My name is Anatoly D. I am in a very fragile emotional condition tonight. I'm so fragile, my first guest is going to also give me therapy session, Jenny Amlen, who's a brilliant singer from New York, but great therapist as well. The reason why things are so rough is I've been doing a lot of internet dating. And let me tell you, when you go on to internet dating, it is very much like Soviet propaganda. You see people who say, I want to find the love of my life. He's got to have great sense of humor, and I want to go walk on the beach, romantic candlelight dinner, and be able to bring him home to mom. That's, of course, a lie. In reality, what you have is women who is on 3 types of meds, very depressive, and spends most day watching very bad television. Of course, you don't learn this until you go to Starbucks. Don't you find?
It's very rough in the dating world.
She deals with a lot of people with dating issues, like myself. But but we're going to be able to combine therapy and music tonight. Let me tell you something. The reality of dating in New York City is that, especially Russian women, I don't go out with Russian women anymore, because what happens is that you've got to bring your credit report, your earnings statement last year, and basically, this is before she has first cup of coffee. So it's very rough. Then, of course, she looks at credit statements and says, well, I don't know. You've had the 20% earning drop last year. What can you do? So anyway, so how do you like these seasons? Are you getting into this season?
Oh, yeah. I'm getting into the holiday spirit.
You are?
Uh-huh.
It reminds me of a song from Soviet Union. This is many years ago. I haven't played it. Let's see. This guitar has seen better days. There we go. Close enough for Gulag. Okay. Now, it does not work. This guitar doesn't understand that glasnost happened already. It's still under former communist regime. You know, Jenny was telling me stories about a lot of women that she deals with who have body issue problems. Do you have body issue problems? Never mind. So, see, in Soviet Union, former Soviet Union, that's never a problem, because you've got men who are like 400 pounds, but their mirror is this big, but their body's like that. So for them, they always look good. If they saw entire mirror, it would be very, very bad, because you'd be able to see they'd look like bison steer. Which reminds me, when I was 17 years old, first sexual experience was, we didn't have Playboy, we didn't have Hustler, we had copy of Soviet Farm Worker magazine. All women were the size of bison steer. To get off took 2 days. I got libido award from Village. They said, my God, you're an animal. So, anyway, I'm very concerned about the fiscal cliff. Do you think your patients are getting freaked out about, because I'm thinking if we have the fiscal cliff, will I be able to bring back stuff to target, or maybe it's over. Like China will bring in debt, the cliff will be over, we'll be able to, never mind. So tell me, how long have you been therapist, and what got you into being a therapist many years ago?
Yeah, over 10 years ago, I've been working as a therapist, and I got into it. I started as a singer-songwriter, and so you know, as a songwriter also, you're always observing life, and observing people. And I found that a lot of times on gigs, people were kind of coming to me and talking to me about their problems, and I just kind of naturally took to it. I had a knack for it.
You had a knack for it. My God, I've heard that word before. So like they would say to you, Jenny, I cannot stop eating like pizza. I'm eating 15 Danishes a day. It's like I had a friend who every night she used to have 3 boxes of Little Debbie cake under bed. Was not pretty.
It's hard. It's an addiction.
It's to fill the hole.
Exactly, which never gets...
It never gets filled, no matter how many Debbie cakes you have, right?
Right.
It's a shame. The mind is so dependent on exterior things to feel good in life. It's not just enough to have one Debbie cake or maybe one slice of pizza. You've got to have 48.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I always wonder, you see these men who are like 500 pounds, and they'll get like dreadlocks, and they're lying there, they can no longer get out of house. And I'm thinking, who is saying, oh look, bring over a couple of heroes, it's lunchtime. Oh yeah, no, make it 2 pizzas, a couple of heroes, and bag of donuts. Who's buying this food for these people?
Delivery.
Who's buying? You know, it's like because listen, wait a second. Okay, I'm zen. I'm centered now. Good. To be able to maintain a svelte 500 pounds weight, you've got to be keeping it going, or you'll lose weight.
Yes.
So I'm figuring that's got to be at least, what, $200 a day. That's $1,000 a week. Who's buying? It's like, this is imitation of Italian. Hello? Oh yeah, it's Luigi's. Yeah. Oh yeah, 48 main, fine. Okay, 3 pizzas, 48 meatball heroes. Yeah, and 15 donuts. All right. See you at dinner. Ka-ching. It's evil. It's evil when you think about what people do.
It's addiction.
It's addiction. It really is. But it's like my brother, though. He had very bad alcohol problem. He would drink 2 bottles vodka for like 10 minutes, and he wouldn't get even buzz. That's starting out. Starting out. Why do people drink so much booze?
Well, like you said, trying to fill the emptiness inside.
The emptiness, the void.
They start and they can't stop.
They can't stop. It's terrible. So now I think you bought some of your books. This is Anatoly D show, so we have no problem shamelessly plugging anything.
So this is my book.
This is known as book is called How to Win at the Game of Love by Jenny Amlen.
Yes.
LCSW. What does that stand for?
Yes, licensed clinical social worker.
I thought it was licensed clinical shrink. Wow.
I'll take that.
Okay, now there are so many books on love. You know, most marriages end in divorce. 60% of marriages go, gone. But because think about it, if you walked out of the house and 60% of the time gorilla would vomit on you, would you continue to do it? No, absolutely not. Yet, people getting married every day. Every day. So tell me, what is it in this book that will keep the sparks alive, keep the home fires burning?
Well, what this book points out too is that it's so important to work on ourselves and to pay attention to ourselves, our own needs in a relationship. The book teaches us how to communicate better and how to grow. And, because people grow and they change, and so we want to grow and change together.
Yes, but you say communicate with self. I mean, folks, I've got voices in my mind every day that if they're not there putting me down, I'm saying, hey, what's going on up there, guys? What, you on vacation? Get to work.
Oh, so you have the committee upstairs.
I've got the committee. I said, listen, if you're not telling me I suck 3 times a day, what's going on here?
We need to exchange that with a positive voice.
Positive voice, like
Yes.
maybe, who's that, Wayne Dwyer?
Oh yeah, by a positive abundance in your life and love, and he covers a lot of
That's
topics.
right. So can you do that in an afternoon at Starbucks? No,
That's-
probably not. Takes much longer than that.
Takes longer.
So when we hear the bad voices in our heads, Jenny, can I call you Jenny?
Yes.
Good, because it's LSCSW.
Yeah, and I use Jennifer as a therapist.
All right.
Jenny as a singer, but call me Jenny.
Okay, Jennifer. Or is it Jennifer, Jen?
There you go.
Whatever. So where do these voices come from? Is that our mother or father?
It can come from old critical voices in the past. I think initially we hear it. It comes from our parents. It comes from maybe our teachers growing up. Maybe we had siblings. And then we take on this voice. And we actually get better at it, at beating ourselves up internally.
Oh yes, because I've got one self-depreciation contest in southern Chechnya 5 years running.
Yeah.
Little abstract
Yes.
joke. Oh well.
So you're very good at it, putting yourself down.
Oh, very good. Yeah, very. There's like in some cases no low self-esteem. It's niet. Niet self-esteem. I don't. But it's amazing how I function. It's sort of like Ray Bolger in The Wizard of Oz. He played Scarecrow. What does that have to do with this? I don't know. It's an abstract reference. Work with me on it. Hello, is this thing on? So, anyway, yeah, well, all I had was critical voices growing up because most of the voices that I had they were drunk voices. I mean, my father's idea of Christmas was for me and my brother Vlad and Oleg to pull sleigh.
Oh.
We had to pull sleigh into town.
Oh, that's rough.
It was
That's-
massive cardio workout. Massive cardio.
Kept you in shape.
It kept me in shape. That's right. Destroyed me emotionally, but my
Yes.
God, was I buff. Incidentally, this weekend in Nyack Theater, we have the most amazing Christmas play series in entire history of world. This weekend, if you've seen every Christmas play, let me tell you, folks, you ain't yet seen nothing yet. Put that over here. So anyway, we're going to, listen, I want to have a very quick therapy session because my anxiety level is going off the scale.
Okay.
It is a minor scale, but it is still going off scale. So I'm going to lay down on, can I go to couch? Let me, I'm trying to get into, to deal with my post-regressive lives. And I read Shirley MacLaine book many years ago. I'm trying to find out who I was many Russian summers ago. But anyway, I'm in your hands. So whatever you think, I'm putty in your hands.
Okay.
For lack
so
of better term.
Anatoly D, we want to look at some of your relationships today. Obviously, you're looking to meet somebody. And I think part of what might be challenging for you is the self-esteem issue.
Should I be looking at you or looking up toward?
You can actually, if you want to, just lie down, and as you're doing, you can look wherever you feel like looking. Yeah, it's
Sort of a compromised look. Halfway between the sailing and you.
okay. That's good, as long as that works for you.
I have trouble with eye contact.
Okay, well that can be an intimacy issue.
That's what every woman I go out with. She says same thing. Andrew, you've got Anatoly, you've got so much. What never said. This is going to be one for their books. She said you've got problems with intimacy. I said what?
Oh, so you've heard this already.
Many years.
Okay.
Many years.
So where do you think this comes from?
Well, my mother had very good left hook.
So taught you not to look.
Yeah, well, you never knew when she'd
Then
slug
she'd
you.
slug you.
She'd slug you. She'd slug first and ask questions later.
So that can make women very scary and intimidating.
Well, it's very hard for me just to relax and to be. To be. I mean, if I relax and be, I go into sub depression level where I'm so down. She said, "Listen, liven it up. Don't just be that." You said I could just be. Well, you can be, but don't be so miserable.
Well,
don't be depressed.
Well, possibly that comes from your background. You mentioned your father was alcoholic.
Oh, my father. His brother-in-law, too. His brother-in-law basically he had the longest hangover in former Soviet Union. 20 years. The guy just couldn't get straight. It was rough.
Oh, that's hard. So you grew up with a lot of trauma.
Yeah, a lot of trauma. Even the dogs. We used to have a dog that would come in and bite you just for the hell of it.
The family dog?
He was the family dog. I'm not kidding. He'd come in. It's like it was rough living in the D household.
Yeah, hard to just be yourself.
Maybe that was the problem. It was the D household. If we lived in the A household, it would have been better.
Yes. So, family had strict rules.
So how can I break out of fear of intimacy and just being myself and living and like you and you and your husband, you've got relaxed, you got good vibe. It's like you're Cartier and Ives, Abraham and Strauss, like Peter, Paul, and Mary without Mary. Maybe you're just Peter and Paul. I don't know.
Well, part of it, Anatoly D, part of it is being comfortable. Yes, you.
Do you know that somewhere in Newark there's a whorehouse without a blanket?
Okay, we see where your mind is.
I could
bring
see.
It back to
I didn't go to massage parlor. Never. I never went.
Oh.
They lie. But yeah, no. Look. I mean, it's clear that if this thing could talk, it would be able to publish novel. So how do I break out of it and be able to just get to life and the relaxed way of relating to people in love, and to be able to look at somebody in bed in the morning and not scream?
Part of it is just feeling good about who you are and reminding yourself it's those tapes. So you want to have positive tapes that are reminding yourself, Anatoly D, you are worth it. You are worth a woman falling in love with you. You are worth intimacy.
I am worth it. I am good enough.
Yes.
I am smart enough.
You are smart enough.
And God damn it, I'm extemporaneous enough. It's rough using that many syllables in a funny line.
Yes, you're not used to it.
I'm not, no, but this is what's called growing wings on the way down, or the way up. So there are affirmations that I should use like when I meet women in Starbucks, like what's a good opening line to not have her run out of cafe screaming?
Well, the first thing, just introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Anatoly D.
Good. And look her in the eye.
Look in the eye contact, right?
Yes.
It's important.
Yes.
Why is it so important to look in the eye? I guess if I say, hello, I'm Anatoly, it's a little off-putting.
Exactly.
She may think I'm up to something.
Yeah. And women want to be noticed when you're dating them. They want to know that you're paying attention.
Remember that, men. Women want to be noticed. Unlike most men from my former town who don't really care because they haven't been noticed in years, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, the American experience. You go out on a date, introduce yourself, and maybe notice if you think she's wearing something nice, if you like nice red shirt.
Like say, my God, that's a beautiful gingham dress that you're wearing.
If it's a gingham dress.
What
yes.
if it's not?
Stick to just simple dress.
Can't I just keep that line? My God, it's a beautiful gingham dress you're wearing.
It's very catchy, but you might want to keep it simple.
Like, oh, my God, I bet you've got some beautiful DNA.
You might want to wait to the second date.
How many hair follicles do you think you have on your head? I bet you've got 1,000.
It's interesting. We may not go there. You may not
No.
go there. No.
What if I talk about the last time they took me out of detox center in Soviet Union after picking me up at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Okay, see, this is an important...
That's too much bad news.
Right, that kind of intimacy
I can't
want.
bring that out. I remember saying to the policeman, I said, look, do you think it's strange that I'm concerned about how much saliva I dribble down my left leg?
Yeah, you may not want to share that.
I said, I feel like such a failure because I've hit 3 follicles on the way down. No, I'm not going to bring that up.
Not necessary.
No, just keep it straight.
Exactly.
So to speak. So with the first date, should I be able to just not have any physical contact at all? Just keep away from anything physical?
If you're a gentleman, and as you are.
That's assumption on your part.
Yes, okay. Well, let's go with that.
Let's stay with that model.
Stay with that, yes. Let's work with that thought and that model. So, yeah, you don't need to do that. You can give a little peck on the cheek goodnight.
A peck on the cheek at night. Oh. And then how, you see, I always say, how long do you wait till the next date? Like, you wait 2 days, 3 days, or 5 days? It's hard to say, right?
It's hard to say.
Because it all depends how it goes.
Exactly.
You've got to go with your gut.
There you go.
What if your gut's too big? Then you don't know. You've got to start in perception. He wanted to go with his gut, but he's way too fat. It's funny. Being in America is so hard because in Russia you've got very structured roles between men and women. The women is what that are going out and either fashion models, prostitution, or they work in publishing. Men were the drunks. But here it's hard to know. I don't know. I've got my masculine side, feminine side. I think I'm walking transgender.
Well, that may be the new metrosexual.
That's right.
You're talking about.
Like I'm thinking, should I get into exfoliating skin pores to be able to get to more of a glow?
I say just be yourself.
Be myself. So anyway, I think I'm as resolved as I'm going to get. Maybe we should play some music. Maybe you could play the first song alone.
Okay.
You want to play?
Yes, I'd like to.
Can we have the guitar, please? You see, we're very prepared on the Anatoly D show. Thank you very much, Alex. My God, what a great... See, does it work?
Yes. Wow, I
It
would
works.
love you to accompany me on something.
I'm going to play. I've got to work up the courage.
Okay, so then.
I'm sort of broken down after this therapy session. I feel a shadow of self. This is an informal. This is very informal. Let me have A.
A.
D.
Oh.
You're trying to put one over on me.
Yeah, there you go. You
I knew that wasn't D. Okay. E.
E. Or high E.
High E.
High E. Or E.
Close enough, B. That was a quick lesson on how to tune guitar. Okay, now the first song, let's see if I remember correctly. This is a very organized show. We're going to sing a song called We Fit.
Yes, it's a love song.
And this is the one that is Dixieland type jazz thing about it. All right, well, okay. There we go.
Okay.
This is a great microphone. My God, I don't believe he bought that on eBay. Okay. Take away.
Okay, all right, here we go. When you're gone, it's a loneliness, like a hand in an emptiness. My heart cries out for tenderness. that sweet caress, like a honey needs a bee. You were made for me, we fit together perfectly. We are like a bottle of wine. Each day it gets better with time. Tart and sweet, but not too dry. Each sip makes my heart sigh, like the wine goes with brie. You were made for me, we fit together perfectly. Baby, this is an anomaly. You're bringing out the lion in me, wild and hungry and yet so tame. She's burning out your name like a burning flame. Alright, Anatoly D, get away. Baby, this is an anomaly. You're bringing out the lion in me, wild and hungry and yet so tame. She's pouring out your name like a burning flame. Every day is an insatiable feast, and my appetite's increased, like the flower craves the rain, and the lion needs his mane. Darling, can't you see? You were made for me, we fit together perfectly. Just like two cats in a tree, all I crave to be is purring with you perfectly. Just like two cats in a tree, all I crave to be is purring with you perfectly.
Great.
Thank you. So are you. Oh, and I seem to have.
You're only
like-
trying to butter me up because I'm breaking down my ego during
Yes.
therapy session. But I'm doing my best to recover. Because the next one is going to be called What If?
What if? Yes. What if I don't
Which
hit that?
reminds me of this day.
Yes. Okay, so this is it's a little more contemplative and slow. Okay. It's hard to turn off these thoughts that toss and spin around. And I've got a busy mind. It just won't settle down. Remembering opportunities, the times I was afraid. I took the chances anyway and went against the grain. But what if I could see the sigh. What if I could feel this endless desire, and all the things I've been dreaming of were right before my eyes? Would I still keep hungering? Would I still keep wondering what if? Reflections on the past, choices that once seemed right. Maybe it's just maturity that teaches us lessons in life, like the times I was too nice, the words I never said, how I chose to suffer silently. Now it's hard not to regret, but what if I could see the other side? What if I could feel this endless desire, and all the things I've been dreaming of were right before my eyes? Would I still keep hungering? Would I still keep wondering what if? There's so many things I want to know to quench this endless thirst. If I knew it was all meant to be, would I have no more questions to unearth? What if I could be the other side? What if I could feel this endless desire, and all the things I've been dreaming of were right before my eyes? What if I could see the other side? What if I could feel this endless desire? All the things I've been dreaming of were right before my eyes. Would I still keep hungering? Would I still keep wondering what if? What if? What if?
This is going to help me survive the Christmas season.
Uh-oh.
Because, everyone in my family says, the holidays are upon us, and the stress level goes up. So this music is helping me just get centered.
Good.
It is very centered. Now, what was that song about?
That was kind of it was an introspective song. It's like the choices we make in life. Like, so what if I went down? It's not really regret. It's just wondering, like what would have happened if I did this at that time, and you know, how would that have turned out? It's just, you know, I was thinking about all the possibilities.
I spent Miss Christmas with mother-in-law in Siberia.
Right. Yeah.
I know how that would have turned out. She would have gotten out shotgun, and then I would have been chased by a bear through 7 feet snow. Anyway, so let's go to now the next song you're going to be is called Changing
Changing World. It's a little more, yeah, it's a little more.
So something that sort of talks about this show, the changing world. It's universal to itself.
It's universal. This. Okay, yeah, and this song, the lyrics are a little sad. Well, it's about change. It's about getting older. It's about things changing. It's seasons change, and it's kind of very, you know, you hear it.
It's very Zen manifestation of universe, and maybe like the election, Mitt Romney, who lost. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a political career going down the crapper, and they fared well. I'll tell you that. But I'm sorry, I'm getting away from a mood of song.
Okay. Okay, so this is Changing World.
Jenny Amlen.
And here's a CD too.
And to keep up with shameless plugging
Yes.
of everything good, this is her CD. And let me tell you, she's got a very hot picture on the other side of CD, which will give you incentive to buy and not just download on. Can you download on iTunes?
You can, yes.
You can.
Yes. And
But
buy
it's
it
far
on CD.
better having CD you can hold in hand. It is kids. It reminds me of the days of the record album. Remember, you used to go, well, I got the white album, the blue album. Now it's a download. Oh my God, how depressing. What do you get somebody for Christmas? I got you some downloads. Great. So what's your last advice? We're almost at the end of time. It's been great having you here.
Thank you for having me on your show, Anatoly D.
It's a very great honor for me to be able to have therapy session and music at the same time.
Exactly.
I'm going to do that in the future, again, and go to therapy with musical therapists. That way, if the session sucks, I can still play guitar.
There you go.
So what is your advice for people in Christmas season to be able to just to give the last words of keeping balance?
Keeping balance. Keep it in perspective. Be around people that make you feel loved and make you feel good.
I like that. Very good.
Yeah.
I've got to find some people like that in my life. No, it's good. So we're almost out of, this is it, right? This is end. It's amazing how quick time goes on this show. So just remember, folks, don't take any wooden kopecks. And the next time you're in Schwitz and Fat Man wants to sell you gold at half price, say no. Anatoly D say, I am not buying gold. Thank you. See you next time. Wait. До свидания.
Look how it just comes to you. That's a lot of fun. Thank you. Yeah, I give you this.
Hello, Mr. Plumber.
That's what you'll hear when you call the largest service company in Rockland.
Hello, Mr. Plumber.
Need your hot water heater, boiler, or furnace repaired or replaced? We have them in stock and can be installed within hours. Whether you have leaky pipes and faucets or need your bathroom remodeled, this is what you should hear.
Hello, Mr. Plumber.
For price, service, knowledge, and reliability, call Mr. Plumber at 845-634-3000.